Welcome back to On the Red Carpet with Allison. The sun will come out tomorrow. You know why? Because I have some of the cast members joining me from Wayne Highlands Middle School, along with Honesdale's Performing Arts Center, who just so happen to be preparing for Annie Jr., bringing it to life on stage. I am joined with Livian, Marco, and Hannah. Guys, thank you so much, I have to say again, for joining me, and we'll explain that in a second. So they came in a few days ago, and technology and I don't get along. So they're here again, but I am just using that as an excuse because I wanted to see you guys again because we had so much fun the first time. So let's get right into it this time. I'm going to give all three of you a chance to speak, but tell me about your guys' version of Annie Jr.
Annie Jr. is about Annie, who is an orphan, and she goes on this journey trying to find her parents, and it's really just a great story about persevering your dreams.
I love Annie. I grew up watching Annie. I have family who loves the show and the musical. I want to go down the line here. We'll start with Livian, Miss Annie herself. I want to know about each of your guys' roles.
Okay, so Annie is an orphan girl who is hit rock bottom. She is just living a terrible life, but through it all, she still is trying to make her way through it and keeps being so hopeful through it. And after it all, it ends up so much better.
So there's a happy ending.
Yes.
And Marco, where does your character of Mr. Warbucks fit into this?
When he comes back from Chicago, expecting nothing but his crew, he ends up finding Annie and eventually starts to soften and wants to, adopt her.
You truly have amazing roles, all three of you. Hannah, I want to know about Grace.
Grace is Mr. Warbucks' secretary, and she is like a mother to Annie, and she helps her along her way with Mr. Warbucks, and she helps him with handling Annie.
Now, we kind of talked about it the first time. We're going to talk about it again because I'll still be so shocked when you guys say it. Everyone knows Annie's trusty sidekick, Sandy. It's a real, you guys have a real dog.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Livian, you playing Annie, what's it like working with a live animal?
I absolutely love dogs, so it's kind of normal for me to hang out with animals and stuff because it's just kind of my thing. I love animals so much. So working with Daisy's her actual name, but as her role Sandy, it's just very normal and it's just an excuse to play with dogs.
And remind me, where is Daisy? She's a teacher's pet or she's a service dog?
She's a service dog.
See, I remember, guys. My memory's pretty good, pretty spot on. I want to kind of go down the line with this question, and I want to ask, what is really one thing that this musical has taught each one of you?
You want to start with me?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go down the line. We'll go in order.
Yeah. So this show to me, I feel it's very inspiring to me because it's such a great story, and Annie is, like I said, she's hit rock bottom and she's just going through so many hardships, but she still has hope and she still perseveres through it. And I think it's just amazing that she can do that, and I think she's such a role model for her to do that.
Marco?
It really just taught me that money isn't your personality. You can't buy everything with money, and happiness can be in many shapes and forms. And sometimes you just gotta go with the flow.
And this show has taught me you can be mature and kind and helpful and try to help everyone and to persevere when you think life is tough and to just kind of laugh through it like Annie does.
Now, you guys are in the spotlight, but there's so much that goes on truly behind the scenes. I want to know about your production, your people behind the scenes. I understand that it's high school students and all of the younger students as well, right? So, Hannah, why don't you talk to me a little bit about that?
So we want to give a big shout out to Anna Passarelli. She helps us with pretty much everything, including dancing and acting. And Miss Jessie, she taught us all the choreography. We have Mr. Gehring, he sets up all the light shows and all the stuff like that. And then we have all the crew that goes with him and like does all of our sets and mics and lighting and makes the whole thing come together. And then we have Mrs. Trashik, who helps us with all of our acting, and she does just is amazing. And then Mrs. Curtis, she helps us sing and teaches us all the songs. And then we just have like our hair and makeup crew, which are our own like friends and stuff who come along and help us.
It truly is, and it shows just the kind of community you guys have at Wayne Highlands Middle School. And I kind of want to focus right for a moment on the students and what's it like working with older students? So, Livian, what about that aspect?
I think it's actually very inspiring because most of them have done musicals before or just have been in stage crew, and they know how everything goes and the routine and all of the stuff that we need to know, and especially with mics, because mics are just sometimes they can be annoying because technology's technology, but
Don't I know? Listen, sister.
yeah.
Again, I just wanted you back. We're not going to focus on bad technology, so this podcast episode does not get cursed. I want to turn now to Marco. We'll start with Marco for this question, but I have to point out we do have two teachers close to the production with us, so please block your ears for the next question, what I'm about to say. I want to know your guys' favorite and least favorite songs from the whole musical. Go ahead, Marco, take it away.
My favorite is Easy Street and Little Girls. I don't think I have a least favorite song. They're all just
Brownie
amazing.
points. Good answer. Good answer. Hannah?
My favorite song is probably NYC or Easy Street because our villains just make it amazing and animated. And then my least favorite song is probably the Maybe reprises. I love the song Maybe, but the reprises just go on and on forever.
That is the point of a reprise, but I agree with you there. Go ahead, Livian.
My favorite song is, well, kind of obviously Tomorrow.
I was going to say, it has to be. And your least?
My least favorite is probably the Maybe reprises too, because I love the song like Anna, but the thing is there's like so many, and it kind of gets you like, oh, it's this song.
Now, we talked about least favorite. I kind of want to go down the line because you all do have major roles in this production. What has been the hardest part for you guys, like in your character?
My hardest part was probably I did cross country, and having that as a sport, I was running to cross country, and then I would end my rundown at the school, quickly get changed, and then do all that. And then I was trying to do homework and practice my lines and singing on top of that. And it kind of just got to be a lot, but it was like we did it. So now cross country's over, so we can focus on this more.
Marco?
Maybe it was just memorizing my lines. I would do them and then I would just forget, and then I would have, usually what it just was I had to be up on the stage with the people, actually just coordinating with them and figuring out what to do.
What about you, Livian?
For me, it's kind of like Hannah. I did soccer, so I had to balance that and doing the musical and homework and school and all that stuff. And it does get hard, but through it all, you just gotta keep on going. So
You guys just brought up a really valid point, and I don't think you guys are giving yourselves enough credit. You are students. you want to spend time with friends, family, you have homework to do on top of putting on this production. And we're going to talk about it because I want to come see it. And for people who don't know, I want to just make sure that everyone is aware, where are you guys located and where is the production, and give me the dates.
So the production is at the Honesdale High School Performing Arts Center at 459 Terrence Street, Honesdale, PA, 18431. And tickets are online, www.honesdalepack.com. So the dates of this musical is November 21st through the 22nd. And yeah, purchase your tickets.
Now, I don't remember if you guys remember, but remember I told you Annie is a Christmas musical. It's considered a Christmas musical. So there's a little fun fact. I think just because like some of the scenes are set during Christmas time, which, listen, it's a good excuse. Early Christmas present, buy the tickets, come out, support local students doing great things for the arts. I want to highlight that for a moment. And I didn't ask you this question last time, but I think it's an important ask. What does the arts mean to you, and just how important really are they in our community? We'll start with you, Livian.
The arts to me, it's kind of just a way for me to like be myself and do fun things with friends and just act out characters and do many things. And it's very important to me because I feel like without it, we wouldn't be able to express our like true selves. And it's very important to do that because it's a part of who I am and throughout many people too.
Beautiful answer. I love the arts. Marco, what do you think about all of that, supporting the arts and how important it really is in our community?
It basically just lets people, when somebody goes to a concert or a play or any of this, it's like a break from all the stress and relief, and you get to congratulate your friends. It's just a time away from time. It's like you get to go to a place that's a sanctuary for everyone. It's basically freedom.
Beautiful words there. I want to reiterate, you just said a sanctuary, and that, when I think sanctuary, I think peaceful. Hannah, what about you?
It's kind of a place where everyone can go and like just be themselves, and we're all like a huge family and supporting each other when we're out there on the stage. And it's just like a great place to just hang out with your friends and express your feelings, and you can just be up there and kind of forget everything that happened to you during the day and just kind of focus on that for a little bit.
Hannah, you just touched on something that I was going to bring up next anyway, so you read my mind over there, girlfriend. I want to talk about the friendships a little bit. Do you think, is it safe to say, like, these friendships are going to last, years down the line in school and maybe even further than that, like out of school? Like, talk to me about the friendship aspect behind the curtain.
So the friendships is like amazing. So you get up there and you kind of just hang out with everyone, and you're all like eating snacks, or like on the longer practices we have like sometimes a little dinner or lunch or something. And then we all do makeup and hair, and we're just kind of all helping each other and hanging out together for like the whole entire time.
I love that answer. I love Annie, and I love hanging out with Livian, Marco, and Hannah. We're going to take a quick break on the red carpet. We'll be right back. We are back from break on the red carpet with Allison. We are talking Annie Jr. at the Wayne Highlands Middle School. I am joined with Livian, Marco, and Hannah. If you're just tuning in, Marco is going to remind us what Annie Jr., the production and musical, is really about.
It's about a child, Annie, trying to find hope and trying to just get to a better place than where she is. And as they've said before, she's at rock bottom. And even though she just keeps going, she keeps moving on, laughs at things, and making friendships along the way.
I want to mention, I mentioned it before break. I grew up with Annie. I loved the musical. Did you guys know about this production before, stepping foot into the characters?
For me, yeah, we kind of knew during the summer, like they said that Annie was going to be happening, but we didn't know like we were going to be exactly casted like this.
Okay. So you just brought up a really good point. Take me through the audition process because I'm a theater kid. Listen, the audition process is the most nerve-wracking part, and then you get called back and it's like, well, for what? And then you go through all of these auditions and you read these lines and it's like, okay, I just want the cast list. And then when it comes out, you don't want to look. I digress. What was the audition process like for each one of you? Livian, do you want to start?
Well, for me, it was actually different from everyone else because I had a soccer game that day.
Oh my goodness.
So I came late to auditions. So the second I got there, I started practicing the songs that I had to sing. And after that, I went into the room so I could sing the songs. And then other groups came in so they could do their lines because I missed songs during that time. And then after they were done, I did lines with Miss Tarashik and Miss Curtis because since I came late, I didn't have like a group to do it with. And yeah, and that's practically how it went. And then we all
And here she is. Annie's right here.
Yeah.
Marco, what about you?
It was pretty stressful. It was kind of nerve-wracking because I was expecting you to get like a side character, like an apple seller. I got there, I sat down, I just started listening to the song and going over some lines. I met with the two other boys that were doing the play with me, and we started going over lines and stuff. And with the song and dancing, I was like, I didn't know if I was doing it right. So I got up onto the stage and we started doing the dance, and I was like delayed, so I was a little worried there. And then when I got down to the lines, we somehow us three actually ended up getting put together for the end before we went out.
Wow.
And then the next day we just got our things.
So they knew. And before we get to Hannah on this question, Marco, you're holding back. I hear before we wrap, you're going to do a little dance for me.
Oh.
No, he's like, Allison, move on. Next question. Hannah, what about you? What was your audition process like?
My audition process was I went to cross country first and I ran my 2-mile run or something. And then I came down, I changed really quickly. I probably practiced once or twice with the singing. And then I went in, I sang for them, and then I did the dance in there too, because I missed the dancing part. And then I went back and I was doing my lines with Marco and Liv, and it was just kind of it went by so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of quickly, November 21st and 22nd will be here before you know it. That's when you guys have your shows. How long would you say have you guys been practicing?
Maybe a month or two. I think it's been 2 months.
3 months. Exactly 3 months.
3 months.
Livian's like, it feels a little bit longer than 2 months, Marco.
Yeah, it's even though it goes fast, it has been 3 months. So.
You blink and it's like all of this preparation, you add the costumes, you add all of that, and for 2 nights, and then it's just over, the curtain closes, and just enjoy it. That's my advice as somebody who used to do theater. Just enjoy the moment. I want to go down the line and ask each one of you, what is one thing that your character has taught you that you will apply to your daily lives now?
Grace has taught me you should always try to be mature and kind and thoughtful. You need to always help people with and just try to help them as best you can and as mindful as you can as what they want, and try not to argue and just be kind and easygoing.
I love that. Marco, what about Mr. Warbucks?
You should definitely try new things. Always be open to everything you possibly can. Really, money just isn't everything. And you always should have time for something every once in a while.
Livian?
I think mine is the way Annie perseveres through everything, even though she had so many hardships in her life. She keeps having hope and believing, and I think that's such an amazing thing to me, and I will definitely carry that through life.
I have to say, and this is the second time that we've honestly spent probably 2 good hours together between my technology mishap and this one, but you guys just seem so true to your roles and so excited about this production, and it's making me so excited for people to see it. We're gonna wrap up here shortly, but I want to go down the line, and we'll start with Livian on this one. Yeah. Why should people come out and see Annie Jr.?
I think they should come out and see it because it's such inspirational story, and like I said, she perseveres through everything, and she goes through so many journeys and just a bunch of things, which is so amazing to me because she's just a child. And she meets Grace and Mr. Warbucks, and it's just everything goes happy, and it's just amazing.
I love that. I cannot wait. So before we go down the line, I just thought of something. You're gonna rock the red hair.
Yeah, I have a wig.
Oh boy. Have you tried it on yet?
Yes, once.
Okay.
Once.
So costumes yet? Have we integrated those?
Yeah.
Okay. That has to feel pretty cool, right? It
Yeah.
has to feel the moment is almost here. It's coming and to fruition here. Marco, why should people come see Annie?
It's a sanctuary. It's just somewhere that you can just come enjoy something, somewhere all the stress is gone, and you can just don't probably have to worry about tomorrow, 'cause the sun will come out.
Pun intended there, Marco. Okay. I do. I love that song. Hannah, what about you?
I think Annie is such an inspirational story, and I feel we just put so much work into it, and the lighting and all of our crew and the makeup and the costumes and everything that we just are doing, and it's just going to be an amazing play to come and see.
An amazing play, 1000%. And going off of what Marco said, you really, if you have stuff going on in your life or struggle or something like that, and you just need to escape, come out, see a show, and forget life for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think that sold. That's the pitch. We remind us one more time where we can see Annie.
Well, you can see Annie at the Honesdale High School auditorium, and the location exactly is 459 Terrence Street, Honesdale, PA, 18431. And come get some tickets online.
www.honesdalepack.com.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to this flyer. That was a good idea on my part. All right, Marco, before we wrap up, do you want to do a little dance?
Oh,
Come
yeah.
No, we should. Look at Livian's all for it. Come on, one little dance.
No.
All right, well, we're going to end that. Guys, go see Annie Jr. This has been so much fun. Wayne Highlands Middle School, November 21st, 22nd. Livian, Marco, Hannah, Annie, Mr. Warbucks, Grace. I can't do that again if I tried, so I'm not going to. This has been another episode on the red carpet with Allison. Ricky, roll the outro.